I got several questions from my subscribers, and I will answer 3 questions that I got today. Now, first question was how to save my setting. It is easy how to save it. When you have your style, when you have your sounds, your mix, effects, everything ready, your microphone, whatever you prepare and you like it. Now, if you want to have that setting by the time you start your keyboard, just save it on this way. Press my setting button, hold it, and you will get window. It says save my setting. My setting to my setting. And now you are going to save it. Just press save, and that is answer to your question, how to save my setting. Now, when you turn on your keyboard, it will be exactly setting that you like the most, and it will give you opportunity to just start playing that keyboard. Next question is, can we have half bar fill? And we will see that answer. When you keep pressed shift button, then press any fill, you will get to style control related to fills. In this window, you have just some options. You can choose fill, and you can see which options do you have here. When fill 1 is finished, it can go to any of those variation, or it can go up, down, decrease, so increase, and it can go 1 to 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 1 and 4, 2. So whatever option you can see here on window, you can try it. It is very, very clear what are those options. If you like them, you can use them. If you don't like, don't use them. So, but we don't have option half bar measure for fills or breaks. I couldn't find it. If somebody found it, please let me know. I tried to find it in this keyboard. I didn't want to spend a lot of time. I just went directly to some windows to see if there any option. I couldn't find any option related to that. So I don't think so there is option to have half bar fill. Now, next question was related to control keyboard set. Control upper 1, 2, 3 and lower. Volume, control of volume. Now, many musicians, they like to have option to control with one potentiometer upper 1, 2 and 3 without lower. So if you have if you are running style and you want to play lower section, and then if you want to control volume for upper 1, 2 and 3 without changing volume for lower, you cannot do so in Korg PA5. Sorry guys, but that is something that is needed. Those guys from Korg, they don't think on that way. They have that, they call it keyboard set upper 1, 2, 3 and lower. But we want to separate lower. I know that we can separate upper 1 from upper 2 and 3, or any of those, we can have them separately to control them. But what if I, as a musician, want to have upper 1, 2, 3 together, and I want to change volume? Because when I am playing, I just want to increase volume of combination sounds upper 1, 2, 3, but still I don't want to change anything with lower part of the keyboard. You cannot do so with Korg PA5. If you go to setting, if you go to menu, then you go to control, then Windows number 3, it says sliders and buttons. There you have options what you can do with buttons and sliders. If you press, for example, slider number 9, and if you press there, you can see that you can control upper 1, upper 2, upper 3 or lower separately. But there is no option to control just upper 1, 2, 3 without changing anything with lower. If you press keyboard set volume, then when you move this potentiometer, it will reflect on upper 2, 1, 2, 3 and lower, and I don't want to use lower. So that is option that doesn't exist in Korg. I don't know why Korg didn't think logically that you have solo section and you have a complement, and you want to have option to control solo section, and part of the solo section is upper 1, 2, 3. Lower belongs to left hand, and it could be more part of a complement, or it could be part if you are playing split keyboard and you play bass guitar or something with your lower part. In this case you can separate, but you have to separate each of them. But you cannot just separate lower from upper 2 and 3 and 1. So that's it about today's interesting thing related to Korg PA5. That is my tomorrow is my last day with PA5. I spent 3 weeks in playing PA5. It's beautiful keyboard, a lot of options. I gave you a couple of videos. I like that keyboard, really. I like that keyboard. And related to Genos, I sold my Genos. I didn't find any reason to keep that instrument longer. I did have Genos 1 for 3 years. It was interesting to me to have it for a longer period of time. Then I sold it. But Genos 2 I had for 9 months. I couldn't find anything so interesting comparing to Genos, regular Genos. Almost the same keyboard, so I couldn't find any reason to keep that keyboard more. When I was performing on that keyboard, playing on that keyboard, I just always wanted to go back to my Catron. Here on my left side, you can see my baby Catron. There is Catron, my instrument number 1, choice number 1. And main reason for that is sound. You know what? If you put instrument in front of you and you play that instrument, then you will like it or not like it. I like Genos, I like Korg, but whenever I switch to Event, I like Event. But I will tell you something honestly. Today what I was doing, I was comparing solo section, Korg and Event, and I couldn't tell you what I like more. I can easily say that I like Event solo section more than Genos, and I can easily say that I like it more than Korg. I like solo section from Korg more than Genos solo section. But if I'm comparing Korg and Event, oh, it's very hard. It's very hard. Then I could say in number of voices and globally I will prefer Event. But in many situations, I like Korg. So they are so tight when we are talking about right hand and solo section and possibilities. But if we are talking about usability, and I will make one video. Now I know all those keyboards very well, and I can make video without keyboard and tell you exactly because I have everything in my head. Korg is not complicated at all. I will just give you one more tip about Korg if you are diving inside in the Korg and looking for something. You have just 2 places to go. You go to setting and menu, and whatever is here on this window, just go in that window and go through those windows. Those are options of the Korg. Nothing big deal. And all those settings, what you can find here on Korg, whatever you make, it will be automatically saved. So whatever you go in menu, you make it, it is global general setting. But now, beside of the setting, if we exit, whenever we are in style or sound or anywhere else, in style, for example, when you go to menu, then you have settings for styles. And then whatever you do here, you have to save it together with style. Those things, and when you go inside, then you have several options and windows. Then here you can control style function, you can control paths and keyboard function, and everything you can save in combination with style, with sounds, with paths. You can save it together with style, together with sounds, together with you can save it to songbook, you can save it to set list. So everything is happening related to style and setting to every style or sound or anything that you use for mixing is here related on this window, just go through this window. There are microphone presets. You can say microphone presets. You can use them always the same preset, or you can use different presets for different style, for different song book. So just go and explore that. Korg is, now we know about those instruments. For years we watched a lot of videos, we had those instruments, we learned how they think, now we know them, and now it is not anymore big deal like it used to be 10 years ago when we had to learn. But after years and years of using those instruments and learning, now everything is so easy. It doesn't see anything so complicated. Everything is just accessible very fast. You go to point menu, you go to style control menu, you go to paths, you beside of that you have additional windows. Go through those windows. I talked about those windows in my last video when we talked about control, mixer. So, and then you have style, you have path, and then you have several windows. We know what is main window, where you can see all information. Then if you go to equalizer, you can go equalizer, insert effects, master effects, master effects send, then tuning, finalizer for every style. We have a lot of things. But if we go to settings, to global settings and menu, then we go to waves, and we go to waves, then we have some kind of mastering for this keyboard, and that mastering will affect on everything that is happening in keyboard. But if you are in this windows here, main, and if you are doing stuff here, then this, whatever you do here, it will affect to that style or that sound, particular sound, or that setting that you are using with a song, a style. So that is main thing how to operate with Korg PA5X. If you have any question related to this keyboard, you can ask me, and whenever I have opportunity to come to my friend's place, I will make some video, I will read your questions, but of course I will not be able to answer questions right away before I see keyboard. Thank you very much for watching this video. All the best to you and have a great day.